James Kaufman, World News Report today, February 25th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a 5.3 magnitude earthquake right on the Juan de Fuca plate that's being forced under the North American plate, and that had an associated tsunami warning with it. They have it marked as a default depth of 10 kilometers. We'll zoom in and take a look at that quake. All right, zooming in, we can see the Juan de Fuca plate right here, and that's being pushed under or subsiding under the North American plate. And these are the Cascades. And these are of a volcanic range. Now, there's other volcanoes in this area, as you can tell, but this is called the Cascadia Subduction Zone because most of the Juan de Fuca plate is being pushed under this row here of volcanoes called the Cascades. That would include volcanoes like Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens, etc. So this is a rather large earthquake to be seen in this location here. You can see again an associated tsunami warning with that. I thought we'd do a quick tutorial so everyone understood what was going on. We have the Juan de Fuca plate here, subsiding, subduction zone, i.e. under the North American plate, forcing magma to the top of these volcanoes, i.e. making them active, right? And these are the Cascades that we talked about. And there's actually a volcano right here. The Olympic volcano is a volcano. And this is the Puget Sound that we see right in that area. Here's the Juan de Fuca plate that I told you was the one being pushed under the North American plate right here. And this is the Pacific plate doing the pushing here. And again, what's the end product? All this magma being pushed up into these volcanoes, forcing, well, eventually an eruption. Now everyone's hoping for no huge slips in this subduction zone at any time, or we could see all these volcanoes go off at once because so much magma would be pushed towards the surface from this mechanism. All right, headed over to volcanoesandearthquakes.com, we see the same exact thing. We take some of these off the board here. One of the bigger earthquakes on the globe right now, there's only one earthquake larger. Believe it or not, that's down here in the Dominican Republic. Something we're not used to seeing. Let's zoom in and take a look at what's going on here. Of course, this is the Juan de Fuca plate here. The one being pushed under the North American plate by the Pacific plate. And to see a quake that large, a 5.0, well, a 5.0 according to the Canadian government, a 5.3 according to the USGS, and a 5.2 according to the Europeans. Let's get some more detailed information on this earthquake itself. Heading over to volcanodiscovery.com, you can see that quake pop off right here. It says strong magnitude 5.3, which is what the USGS came in at. And we can see that it's at the default depth of 10 kilometers, which is used when they can't really nail down the depth of the quake itself. Jumping over to get some earthquake details, we can see that it came in at 5.3, default depth of 10 kilometers. Main data source, USGS. This was a large quake, but by far not the largest quake we've seen even lately. Released about 1,344 tons of TNT. Now, comparing quake data from different agencies here, first off, notice a depth given as 10 kilometers, especially if it has the little star next to it, like these do, often means that the depth of the quake cannot be determined with accurate sufficiency. We have the USGS coming in at a 5.3. We have the Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology also coming in at a 5.3, default depth 10 kilometers. A lot of these people or agencies had a lot of problems determining the depth of this particular quake. We have the Europeans coming in at a 5.2 default depth. We have the Germans coming in at a 5.24. Never seen them taking an extra digit like that. Very strange. Also a default depth of 10 kilometers. Finally, the Australians also came in at a 5.2 with a default depth of 10 kilometers. So there is a consensus there for sure. What I would like to say is this is one of the longest lasting earthquakes I have ever witnessed. Look at 30 minutes of time here. That's a lot of time to only be moving as much as it did. Alright, since there was an associated tsunami warning, I thought we'd check the buoys. We don't see any buoys in the area, and really there's only one buoy in the area that's in event mode. So there was no tsunami created by this earthquake. So in summary, we have what looks like about a 5.3, 5.2 magnitude earthquake coming into the northern part of the Cascadia Subduction Zone. We had an associated tsunami warning, but we did not see any buoys in event mode and didn't actually have a tsunami. We came in at a default depth of 10 kilometers, and that includes all of the reporting agencies, and they were all in consensus about the magnitude of this particular earthquake. Again, part of the mechanism called the Cascadia Subduction Zone, one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous, subduction zone on planet Earth. And there are several. With that said, God bless you and yours. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.